Hello, hello, hello. It's working. All right.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Guys, please download the Excel sheet that I uploaded just now into the Google Classroom. It's called Excel Practice Workbook number 2. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will work on this particular Excel book. But before that, I need to see your answers to the assignment that I gave you. You remember the assignment? I gave you this multiplication table that you write one formula at a corner and drag it to the rows, across the rows and columns, and you should get the entire multiplication table. Yeah, have you guys done it? People who have done it, can you please
Yes.
raise your hands? People who have done it.
Yes, sir.
I just want to see.
Yes, sir.
Was it easy? Difficult? Easy.
Easy, sir.
Easy. I want to see. So did you only multiply, or did you write the entire thing like 12 into 2 is equal 24? Did you write that? Or you only multiplied?
Yes, sir.
No,
Wrote
sir.
that.
So we wrote the format what was written in that box.
We
You
wrote
could
the
do that? Okay. Let's just see a couple of your Excel sheets. So a lot of people haven't done it. Okay, I still see people. Guys, keep your hands raised so that I get to know how many did it. I still have some people raising their hands. Okay, let me see if, okay. That is about 70 odd % people have done it. Avina, Valisha, Pallavi, you guys haven't done it? Devolina, Umesh Choraria. Okay. Kamlesh, Raha.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what happened?
So that format I couldn't understand. So how to write that 11 into 1 equal to 11 in that?
But did you multiply?
Across the-
Did you write a single formula to multiply everything?
So I wrote, but I then I deleted it again because it wasn't
Okay.
coming.
Any volunteers who are going to explain this quickly, because we need to cover something else today. So I want to do this very, very quickly. Any volunteers?
I can, sir.
I as in?
I can, sir.
I as in, what's your name?
Akshay Kumar, sir.
Yeah, Akshay. Yeah, can you quickly
Yes,
share your screen? Let me just give you the option to share your screen. Yeah, you can share your screen now. Very quickly, okay? Because we will do something else. Okay, looks nice. Okay, you all also highlighted. Okay, very good. Yeah, explain the formula, Akshay.
Yes, sir. First, we wrote the formula as A for as like for A for 11 into you have written that 11 into 1 and is equal to 11. This should be displayed. So I wrote the formula like and A for, so that it will fix the column of A, and then and symbol to add this, and X to 11 into then dollar B $3 to fix
That
the
will be
column
difficult.
3.
People who did not do it or couldn't do it, it will be difficult for them to understand because everything is already written, isn't it? Therefore, you just
Yes.
build the formula as you go along. So I think what I'll do is let me just take your share away. Let me see if I
Yes,
can
sir. Yes.
explain, because otherwise what will happen, they will have difficulty understanding.
Yes,
Anyone
sir.
here who wants this to be explained, or this is easy? Or should I explain?
So please explain.
Okay, let me download that file. I don't know where the file is. Just give me a second, guys. Okay. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so basically this column, this particular cell is going to contain 11 into 1 is equal to 11, isn't it? So let us first write the very simple one, which is 11, which is A4 multiplied by, which is into 1, isn't it? Is this clear? I mean, without adding any dollar anywhere,
Yes, sir.
just 11, which is cell A4, and 1 is in B3. So you will get 11 here. That is fine. But when you drag this along the column, what will happen is this 11 will become 12, 13, 14, which is fine. But this 1 will again also get dragged down, isn't it? Because when you drag this formula, which is B3, along multiple rows, now B3 is, what is B3? B3 is this cell containing 1. Now B3 will become B4. Why? Because you're dragging it across multiple rows, isn't it? So you have to freeze this 3 because this 3, third row, has to be frozen. So what will happen is you to make $B3. If you make $3, what will happen is when you drag it, you'll see this A4 becomes B4. Sorry, A5. A5 is what? 12. A4 was 11. A5 is 12. But this B3, which is now $3, does not change. It's still $3. Why? Because 3 there's a dollar. Yeah. So if you drag this formula down, it will work without any issues. The problem happens when you drag it to the left, to your right. Why? Because when you drag it, right, this one will not work. See, you have all wrong numbers here. Why it's working for the second one? There's a reason. Because second cell and first, these two cells are same, that's why it's working. But something is wrong here. What is wrong? So when you drag this formula, right, this whole formula towards your right, this A4, now A column contains all the numbers, right? This column. Now this A should not change to B, isn't it? This A. A4 contains 11. Now A should not become B. So therefore, you have to put dollar before A. Then what happens? If you drag it, it will give you all right numbers. Yeah, because this A is not changing anymore. Why? Because A column contains all the numbers whose table you want to find out, isn't it? So now this is the right formula. $A4 into $3. In one number, the column is frozen. In the other number, the row is frozen. And that is how you write. Now, if you just drag it down and drag it down, it will work. Right? Now, this is what's happening here. What's so funny in this class?
Sir, nothing. It's not
Okay.
about the class.
So this is the basic multiplication. Now, if you were to write in the proper format, this is the number that you got. And if you just add equal to, how do you add equal to the text? Equal to, write equal to within double quotes, right? So write equal to within double, so equal to sign within double quotes. And then join that with ampersand. You will see it says equal to 11. So basically this equal to is, forget about it. This equal to is basically for writing formula. I am adding the string equal to, which is double quote equal to double quote. And whenever you have any string in Excel, you have to enclose that within double quotes. And this, an ampersand, means join the strings. And this is a number which when joined with a string becomes a string. String means text. In Excel, string means text. So this number is now being added using ampersand to the symbol equal to. So you get equal to 11. Right? Now the multiplication part. What into what is equal to this one. So again, same thing, right? $A4, then join that string with multiplication symbol. And how does it look like? It looks like this, X. So $A4 joined with symbol X. What else is going to be joined? We'll also have to join
$3.
$3. So we'll just write $3, right? Then again join that with, so again one more ampersand. If you do that, you will see that 11 joined with 1 is equal to 11. And if you drag it, it will give you the entire table. Right? Basically, once you find this $A4, $3, you just have to use that and just join them using ampersand. That's all. So your table is made. So this is a very simple string operation. We will learn more about it. The mod one, I want you to do it yourself. I have explained to you how, but I'll not show you how to make the entire conditional formatting. But mod basically is, so if you say mod gives you a remainder. So mod of a number, let's say 12, and divisor is 6. It gives you 0 because 12 divided by 6 doesn't give it. So mod is basically a remainder function. It gives, after a division happens, you get a remainder, right? So if you say mod of 13 and 6, it will give you 1. Why? Because when you divide 6 with when you divide 13 with 6, you get remainder as 1, right? So you use mod to find out which all cells are have to be highlighted, because I want you to highlight all the cells where the unit place is 0. So 15 into 6 is 90. This has to be highlighted. 16 into 5, 80 is going to be highlighted, isn't it? Yeah. So this you have to do yourself. Mod is basically a remainder function. Mod tells you what is the remainder. Is this fine? Okay, now guys, open up that practice Excel sheet, all of you. And go to student name. And put down your hands, guys. Everybody has it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now I want you to find out the first name of all the students. You see, there's a year, there is a section, there is a program, there's a date of birth, name. So if I ask you, find out the first name, middle name, and last name. Last name is going to be tricky, but let us do first name and middle name now. Last name is tricky actually. It's not that easy, but first name, middle name, relatively easier. How do you find out the first name of this person? You have to use some string operator. So operators are formula that are basically meant to operate on string. Okay, so we will do that in the class today. It's not very difficult. So basically, to get first name, you have to find out where the first space is, isn't it, guys? Because first name means what? Where the first space is. Now, it might so happen that sometimes in some names, you might have a space here in the beginning. Then your first name calculation is going to be different. So if you have a space in the beginning, so we need to learn how to remove this space in the beginning. So the formula for that is called trim. So sometimes you might have a space in the end. So I'm adding space right here, because while typing, people might have added space. Okay, so we will learn about it, how to remove space later on. But first of all, let's just do one thing. Let us find out what is the first name. So to find out first name, you have to find out where the first space is. And how do you do it? You use the formula find. So you're going to equal to find. Can you guys do this with me? So find is a formula which finds a string within another string. Okay. So find what, guys? It says find text. Which text? Space. So write a double quote, then put a space, then end the double quote. So this means it is find this. And within which text? Within the name text, isn't it? Starting number is by default the starting number. So you can omit it and just close, because starting number means where do you have to start counting or start the search from. So we want to start from the beginning. So leave the start number because it is optional. Anything which is optional is within double quote, within the square brackets. Can you see that? In Excel, in any formula, whatever is optional, you may or may not put it, is always within square brackets. So we don't have to. If you do that, you will see that for A. Dheeraj Kumar, space is the second character, isn't it? After A, there is a space, the second character. If you drag it down, you will see that all the spaces, Ambika, there is no space. So you have something called an error. Wherever there is no space, Lavraj, there is no space because it's only one single name. But others, you will get Abhilasha, Bharati. So Abhilasha is 9 characters and space is the 10th character. So you get 10 here. Yeah. Is that clear? That's fairly simple actually. Now, using this, we will find out, what is the first name. Now, I am writing it here so that, I'll tell you how this works. So is equal to, let's say I want the first 5 characters of this name. Let's just say first 5 characters. How do you find out? So you say equal to, so from the left, right? So you left, because this string has got left side and right side. From the left, if I want 5 characters, I will write left, then the name, which is G2, and then 5. If I do that, Excel will give me the first 5 characters. See, Adhiraj Kumar, the first 5 characters are A, then space, then DHI. A space DHI is 5 characters, isn't it? Yeah. If you drag it, you will see that for all the names, you get the first 5 characters. How do you get it? Left of the name and 5. Now, can you use this space information and combine with left information and find out the first name? Because space, finding out space gives you how many characters you need from the left, isn't it? How many of you can do it? So basically combine this left function and find function. So left of a name and 5 gives you first 5 characters, but we don't want first 5 characters. We want only the number of characters till the space. That will give me the first name. So how many characters do you need in case of A. Dheeraj Kumar to find out the first name? How many characters from the left?
One.
One.
One, sir.
How many characters from Abhijit Patnaik? 8.
Eight, sir.
The space is at 9. How many characters do you need for Abhilash? Again 8. For Abhilasha, 9 characters. So it is 1 character less than where space is found, isn't it? To find out the first name, you need 1 character less than where space is found. That much to the left. If you take that much to the left, it gives you first name. Anyone who has a doubt in this? To find out first name of any name, you want the first n number of characters, which is 1 less than where the first space is found. So now that we have all the space values, you have to use this value to find out. So guys, can you try to do this and let me know if you're done? Find out the first name.
Yes, sir.
Using left
Done,
and
sir.
find. Done.
Yes.
People who know it earlier, be easier for them. For others, please take a minute and see if you can do it.
Done, sir.
Done?
Yes, sir.
Did you write formula in 2 different places, or did you write a single formula?
No, sir. Single formula.
So inside left, you have to write find, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Inside of left, because inside of left, you have 2 things to write. One is the string that you want the left characters from. The other one is number. Now the number has to be replaced with. So people who haven't yet done it, so in the inside left, instead of this 5, you have to write the find formula. Write the find formula. Inside what? The left function. Instead of 5, because 5 is a fixed number. We don't want fixed number of characters to the left. We want those many characters where space is found.
Done, sir.
Done.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there are still a lot. I think a lot of people are without camera. Why is it, Saloni, Abhishek, Rishabh? What's wrong?
Sir, I'm not well today.
Okay, but so many people cannot be unwell on a New Year day like this, on the first class of the year. Guys, please come on camera.
Sir, like, could you please tell us that after the last time, what should be the column? Like, are we finding out the number of, sorry, the first 5 numbers only, 5 letters of the name?
First 5 characters of the name.
Yes, sir. First 5 characters of the name.
That is what left means. Left of left of a particular string, which is G2, and G2 is a name. And 5 means you're extracting the first 5 characters. First 5 means the leftmost 5 characters from a particular text, right? But we don't
Yes,
want
sir.
the,
Yes,
so
sir.
this is what left does. Left of anything and a number means those many characters from the left, right? But we don't want 5 characters. We want how many characters? 1 less than where a space is found, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what you should do is, instead of this 5, you have to find space, isn't it? So this entire find formula, find space G2, has to be copied and taken here, taken to the left formula. And instead of 5, paste the find formula and do a -1. Isn't it? Why a -1? Because if space is found at 9th character, I want 8 characters, isn't it? Isn't it, guys? So the first name, what is the first name? If the space is found at 9th
Eight.
character, first name contains
Yes, sir.
first name contains how many characters? 8 characters.
8 characters.
So 9 - 1. If space is, so for example, my name, right? Ashutosh. Ashutosh has got 8 characters. So Ashutosh Kar, if you find out space will be at 9 characters, isn't it? So if you have to
Yes, sir.
find out my name, it has to be left of Ashutosh Kar, and wherever space is -1. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So if I copy the entire formula to my first name field here, what is the formula? Formula is left of. So I'm extracting characters from the left. G2 is my name. Then I find out where space is in G2. Wherever space is, I do a -1. So these many characters I want from the left. That will give you the first name. So if you see A Dheeraj Kumar, you get A. And if you drag it, you will get the first name of everybody except those names where there is no space, and you will get error. Now we have to find out how to handle the error. But right now, just ignore that. You will get all your first names. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Now the question is, how do you find out the middle name? Now everybody doesn't have a middle name, but there are some people. Now let's just assume that people have only one middle name. Okay. Okay. Now that's a little tricky, but is the first name clear to everyone?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now to find out middle name, we'll have to do a little trick here. I mean, there are different ways you can do it. Let us do one way. So let us, to find out middle name, we have to first, so we have the first name. Let us do one thing. Assuming that there are 3 names, first name, last name, and middle name. Okay, so let us find out last name. So how do you find out last name?
Right function space.
Sorry?
Just like we did in the first name, we found the space from the left side. We can do it from the right side.
The only problem with that approach, Ananya, is that there could be multiple spaces. So finding out the first space is very easy, but finding out later spaces are very difficult. Okay, so let us find out how many names have more than one space. So for middle name, let's go step by step. Okay, so is equal to, okay, find space. Okay, but we'll do a little change here. Find space within what? Within the same text. Okay. This is one way. There are multiple other ways as well. Let us do one thing otherwise. Okay, so let us do a simpler way. So once you have the first name, there is the option to remove first name from the name. Okay, we will remove first name from the name. How do we remove? So we will write is equal to, there's a new function called replace. Replace means you replace one string with another string. Or not replace, actually, replace is not the right one. Do substitute. There are multiple replaces for character. Substitute is for the entire string. So substitute is the function we will use to remove first name from the name. Okay. So it says substitute, then says text. Which text? In this case, text is the name. From the name, we need to remove the first name. Now it says old text. Old text is the first name. Now there's a little problem here in the case where there are only one character first name. You will have issues here, but let us try doing this first. But there will be problem, especially for people like Dheeraj Kumar. It will replace A from Kumar also. So it will create problems. Okay. But let us just try this out. So substitute old text is the first name and new text is nothing. That means we're going to replace the first name completely. And instance number, let's just write 1. It will probably fix things. What am I doing here? I'm substituting the old text. Old text means which text you want to replace, and new text is what text you want to put in place of the old text. If you do that, you will see it only has Dheeraj Kumar, and Kumar A is not replaced because we are only replacing the first instance of A in the name. What am I doing? I'm replacing this A in A Dheeraj Kumar with nothing. That means I'm removing the first name from the entire name. You'll see it says it gives you a space Dheeraj Kumar, isn't it, guys? Because the name is A space Dheeraj Kumar. So if I remove A, what remains is space Dheeraj Kumar, isn't it? So that's not the right way. That's not looking good. So to remove space from both ends of a string, what you use is called trim. Now trim function for the whole thing will remove any text, any space. Now it is only Dheeraj Kumar. You see that it is not space Dheeraj Kumar. What have I done? So this might look a little complicated to you. Let us just take any name. Okay, let's say red color. If I say red color is a text, and if I use, so this might be easier, guys. Can you please pay attention and stop doing what you're doing? Let's say the text is red color. Now I say is equal to substitute, right? Substitute. Then the first argument is the text, the whole text. Then the old text is say red. Oh, so capital R. So let's say exact. And then new text. Let's say I make it blue, right? And close it. What do you expect in the formula output?
Blue color.
Blue color. Yeah, it says blue color. What happens? I replaced red with blue. That's a substitute formula. Substitute, then this is a string. Then the second one is what you want to replace. The third one is what is the new text you want to replace with. So red, blue. Is it clear now, guys? So red color became blue color. Why? Because I substituted red with blue. In this case, what did I do? I took so if you ignore the trim part, trim is to remove space. I took the entire name. Then L2 is the first name. I substituted first name with a blank string. That means first name is taken out. Isn't it? Double quotes without anything is a blank string. That means null string. So this takes out the entire A from Dheeraj Kumar. So if you drag this down, you will see that all the first names are taken out. Isn't it? All first names are gone. Only the last name or the middle name and last name remain. Isn't it? So only middle name and the last name. So Pratap Singh, Abhishek is gone, only Pratap Singh remains. This is how you remove a string from another string using substitute. Okay. Now we still do not have the middle name. Now can you guys find out the middle name? Because now you have middle name, comma, or middle name, space, last name. Is it okay? Is it possible to find out? Like the way you found out the first name, can you now find out the middle name? Guys? Can you do and let me know? Put down your hands. Once you do it, let me know.
I have one doubt, sir.
Huh.
Sir, is there any role of that instance number?
Yes.
That optional thing?
Yeah.
Actually,
So which instance? Do you want to replace the first A or the second A or the third A? So instance number here is 1. That means wherever you find A for the first time, remove it. That means only the first name will be removed, isn't it?
Okay, sir.
Not
Yes,
the
only
second.
first name will be okay, sir. Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So instance number means which occurrence of the string, old string, do you want to remove? First occurrence or second occurrence or third occurrence? In this case, I just want to remove the first occurrence, right? That's the instance
Yes.
number. See, if you want to, if you have doubts, see this: red color, red. Red color, red. Now, if you say substitute, there are two reds, right?
Yes, sir.
Substitute, and if you say text, which is red, then old text, which is nothing but red, and new text is blue. The instance number is 2. If you do that, what do you say? Red color blue. That means second red is removed. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
First red is still there. So that is instance number. That means which red do you want to remove? First red, second red, third red.
Okay. Thank
So
you, sir.
But if you make it instance number 1, it will say red color, blue color,
Blue colored.
blue
Red.
color red. Because first red is modified to blue. That's how instance number works. In this case, 1 is safe. Why 1 is safe? Because 1 means the first name, isn't it? The first instance. Yeah. So it is always safe to add instance number. Otherwise, by default, it is always 1.
Okay, sir.
But
Thank
it
you,
is
sir.
good to add. So now that you have middle name, comma, or middle name space last name, I want you to find out the middle name, which is again exactly same thing that you did for first name.
First name.
So how do you do it? How do you do it? This is your entire string is your middle name. This trim, substitute. Guys, all of you understood what trim means? Trim means from any text, if there are spaces leading and spaces trailing the string, trim removes everything. Right? So if you have space, Ashutosh, then space, then trim will remove all the leading and trailing spaces. It will only have Ashutosh. Yeah. Now, how do we find out Dheeraj from Dheeraj Kumar? Again, imagine Dheeraj Kumar is first name and second last name. So we just learned how to find out Dheeraj.
Yes, sir.
So what will you do? So you have to find out in this entire string where space is, isn't it? So you'll do find. You write find, isn't it? And find what? Space.
Space.
So we found out that okay, so what happened? Did I do something, some mistake here? Find, let me remove it. Dheeraj Kumar has got a space. And if I find text, okay, find space first, sorry. Find space, then within Dheeraj Kumar. What will happen? It will give me what? It will give me 7 because Dheeraj Kumar, Dheeraj is 6 characters long. So if I find space, it will give me 7. Right? So the formula will increasingly become complicated because you are putting one within another, isn't it? So it will become complicated. Now you find out, now you have this 7 number. Now how you have to find out Dheeraj? So you have to
So
left of this stream, substitute this entire thing. Okay, so this is getting a little complicated. I know that. So left of the whole thing, which is Dheeraj Kumar. This is Dheeraj Kumar. Trim, substitute G2, L2, -1 is actually Dheeraj Kumar. From there, you have to take how many characters? Wherever space is found, find -1. It says Dheeraj. It says Dheeraj. Why? Now it's getting complicated. But remember that this stream substitute, this whole thing that I first did is nothing but Dheeraj Kumar. So left of Dheeraj Kumar, so I am calling it Dheeraj Kumar so that it's easier for you to understand. Left of Dheeraj Kumar, and how many characters? Find space in Dheeraj Kumar, -1. Like we did for the first name, isn't it? So once you find out Dheeraj Kumar, which is, the first name is gone. A Dheeraj Kumar, A is removed. Whatever is remaining is just Dheeraj Kumar. And from there, you just have to get Dheeraj. Now, if I drag this down, you will see that there are plenty of errors because many names do not have middle name. right? But any name which has a middle name, you will get it. Like Amit Kumar Das, you get Amit and Kumar. But this error is looking really, really ugly. So we have to find out a way to handle the error. But otherwise, our formula is correct.
Can fix this with if error, sir.
Yeah, we will come there, my dear. If error is part of our formulas and functions, so we will come there. But if you add if error, it's again one more formula on top of the existing formula, isn't it? So gets things complicated. How many of you have no clue what is happening in the class?
Sir, if we use the right function, would like the result will change or it will be the same?
Now, how can it be same? Is your left hand and right hand are the same? They are
What
not
about
same.
mid, sir?
They are different. So result will be different. We will also go to your what do you call left? Sorry, right. We will also do right, but right now it is just left.
Sir, what about mid, sir?
Yeah, we'll also learn about mid. This Dheeraj Kumar can be done using mid as well, right? Dheeraj Kumar, finding out Dheeraj Kumar, we can also be done using mid. So this is one way. There are other ways as well. So there are three. If you want the middle portion, then we can do that. So we will try to do the Dheeraj Kumar using mid as well. So what is mid? So let's say if you have a name, okay. So I'm just writing it here is equal to mid. The problem with mid is, so mid of text, which text? A Dheeraj Kumar. It's a starting number. From which number you want how many characters? Let's say starting number is let's say 3. That means Dheeraj. From Dheeraj, if I want number of how many characters Dheeraj is? 6 characters, isn't it? So starting number is 3, means third character. Third character is D, and I want 6 characters, which is DHIRAJ. If you do this mid, it will give you Dheeraj. That means starting with third character, give me 6 characters, isn't it? But the problem is, you can get the starting number from the space. But how do you know how many characters the middle name has? Yeah, isn't it, guys? Yeah, so it's a challenge, but then there is always a way. So using mid also you can find out Dheeraj, but this formula will not work for other names. See this, it just said Hijit, which is wrong, and all sorts of wrong information, because I have written fixed formula that from the middle, from the name starting with third character, take 6 characters. It will work for Dheeraj, it will not work for other names, because all other names do not follow this this rule, right? But mid can be used. Guys, did you understand this one so that we can go somewhere else? First step is to find out or replace this first name from the name so that you get middle name space last name. Once you get it, find out where space is and exactly follow the same fundamentals as we did for the first name. Okay. All right. Now let us fix these errors because they are looking really ugly. So wherever there is no what do you call first name, because no space, it gives you error. Why? Because this find formula is throwing error because there is no what do you call There is no space, so there is no find, isn't it? So if you try to write, for example, the string is Ashutosh, right? And if you write equal to find text, let's say find L in this Ashutosh, what will happen? You will get error because there is no L in my name, isn't it? Yeah. But if you say find find S, it will give you S is the second character. It will give you the first time S is found. Find gives you the first time S is found, so it will work. But when something is not there, it will give you error, isn't it? So wherever you have an error, there is a way to fix it. Okay, so you're trying to find S. Let's say you're trying to find some character, right? So when it's not there, you get an error. So how do you catch it? How do you handle the error? So whenever you write a formula left of something, whenever this entire find is not there, you will have an error. So just check. You say, okay, so we will say if error. If error, then the entire this thing formula. Okay, so start with if error. That means if there's an error in the formula, what you should do? What is the alternate value? So you will say the entire name, whole name, G2. That means what? If there is any error in finding out the first name, that means it does not have first name, last name, show me the entire name. What will happen is, if you drag it down, you will see that Ambika was showing error. Now Ambika is not showing error. Why? Ambika has no space, so there is error in the entire formula, right? So if there is error, just show me the full name, the entire name, G15. So if there is any error in finding first name, show me the entire name. That is the logic of writing this formula. If there is any error in this formula, show me the alternate value. What is the alternate value? The full name, the entire name. So what have I done here? I made a little change in the formula, that if, so initially my formula was only this much, which is nothing but find space, then take those many left characters. But as long as space is there, this will work. But if space is not there, it will have an error. So try to find the error by writing if error. If any error in the formula, then don't do any left, right, find, whatever, just show me the full name. So if there is any error in this, then do this. Do G2. Okay. So what happens? It will show you the first name only, in case there is only one name. But if there is multiple, if there are multiple names, it will of course find out the first name for you. So there is no error. No error is visible on the screen. Can you guys do the same thing for here, middle name? Can you quickly do it? So wherever there is no middle name, you don't want to show errors. You want to show blank, nothing, because there is no middle name, right? Just show blank in case of no middle name. So what will you do? This
We will
entire
add if error and that, and then in the end we will add double quotation marks and nothing in between them.
So if this entire formula has error, then just show me blank string. Don't show me anything. So I'll say if error, then this whole formula will stay as it is. I'll put a comma, then show nothing. That means double quotes, only double quotes, and close it. You will see that Dheeraj is fine, but for all the others, it shows you blank. Only when you have a middle name, it shows you middle name. Otherwise, there is nothing. Like, it's very neat and clean. So now I am able to separate the first name and the middle name, isn't it? Now what is remaining is the last name. Yeah, there are various ways in which you could do it. Guys, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you know where the first, do you know where the first space is found? You know, right? How do you know? By writing find formula, isn't it? Yeah. So we will find the second space now, because after second space, what is there? Last name, isn't it? Assuming there are only 3 parts to a name. Assuming, it's not necessary, but let's not complicate things. So assuming there are 3 parts to a name, in the first name is the entire number of characters before the first space, and last name is after the second space, isn't it? So let's find out where second space is located. How do you find out? You will require where first space is located. So where is this last space in A, Dheeraj Kumar? A is how many characters? Dheeraj is 6 characters. So 6 plus 1, 7 plus 1, 8. So space is the 9th character, isn't it? The last space is the 9th character. How do you find it out? So if you find out is equal to, say, find what? Space. Then it says within text. Within text, which text? Dheeraj Kumar. Then starting number, that's important. Where do you start from? Starting from where? Let's say we start from 3. Where is space found? Because if you start from the beginning, space will found in the second character, isn't it? Yes or no, guys? If we start looking for space in the beginning, then space is found in second character. But if we start to look for space from third character onwards, it will only find space on the 9th character, isn't it? So this starting number.
Instance number here.
Sorry?
Can't we use instance number from here in this formula?
No, there is no instance number in find formula. You have starting number in find formula. So from which character you want to start looking for space? We want to start looking for space after the first space, isn't it? Because after the first space only you will get a second space. So what modification will you do in this so that it works for every this 3 has to be replaced, isn't it? With a formula. What formula? Find space plus 1, isn't it? Are you getting what I'm saying, guys? To find the second space in a name, first of all, you'll find out where the first space is, and then start counting from first space onwards. In this case, I wrote the formula directly. I wrote 3 here. You cannot write 3 here. I just counted that first space is found at second character because after A. So from 3 you start looking, but you cannot write 3 here because that's not same for all the names. So therefore you have to write find what? Space instead of 3 inside the same name. So space will be found. Then do a plus 1. What will happen is it will find where space is in the name, then do a plus 1. So it will increase number of characters. From that character onwards, it will start looking for another space. So now that space is found at 9th character. That means at 9th characters, Dheeraj Kumar has got the second space. I just found that out. Now that you have got 9th character, the second space is there. Now it is fairly easy to find out the last name. Okay. How do you find out the last name? But this will throw you error in case there are only 2 names. Do you understand that? You will see plenty of errors here. Why? Because there are many names where there is no second space. Isn't it, guys? Only those names where there are 3 parts, you will get the second space. Any name where there is only 2 parts to a name, you will have errors. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in case the name has only 2 parts, you want the first space. If the name has 3 parts, you want the second space. Is it making sense?
So why plus 1 here? So can you please repeat?
Yeah, because see, if the name has multiple spaces, so A Dheeraj Kumar, right, has got 2 spaces. The first space is at second character. The second space is at 9th character. So if you write a formula, right, find space within Dheeraj Kumar, to find out second space, you have to start counting from 3 onwards. Because if you start counting from 2 onwards, it will show you that space is found at second character. So increase by 1 so that space, then the computer looks for space from third character onwards. To make third character onwards, find space, then +1, because space is found at second character.
So don't we have any function which finds out this spaces as per the position? Like we find out the first space, then we find out the second number as per our choice.
So instance number is 1, but we are not using it right now. So there are different, see, the whole thing is, there are multiple formulas and there are different ways in which you can do multiple stuff, right? But I'm showing you one part, but it's not necessary that you can only do using this. There are substitute functions with instance numbers. There are other workarounds also, because to work with formula, there is not one way, there are multiple ways. Okay, but because you have to learn different formulas and how they function, I'm showing you in this case how do you find out second space by using find formula. Not space, find can find any character, but I'm just trying to use find for a space. So what I have here is 9th character. That means space is found at the 9th character. But if the name has got 2 parts, then I want to know which part this space is, isn't it? Because after that part, you have your last name, isn't it? So this 9 for Abhijit Patnaik, what should I have? Not 9, but Abhijit has got, oh, Abhijit is also 9. The space is at 9, isn't it? So I will use, what do you use? I'll use error. Again, same thing. Wherever there's an error, I want the first space. In this case, there's error. So I will use if error. So if there is error, which means what? If the name does not have 2 spaces, then just give me the location of the first space. Find space within Dheeraj Kumar. Right? Close. It shows you some error somewhere, and
If error, there is a typing mistake. In IR error, it has.
If error. Okay, so it will add comma. So now see, if this formula gives you error, that means if this formula is for second space, right? Then just show me the first space. Find space G2, which is nothing but first space, isn't it? So if you do not find second space, just show me the location of the first space. That is exactly what it says. Then what happens? Then it will work for all the names where there are at least 2 parts to a name. Again, see this. It will show you error only when there is only 1 part to a name. See, only 1 part. So it will show you error. But any name which has got 2 parts, right? Abhijit Patnaik, it will show you 9 because this space is at 9 character. Abhilash Patel, the space is at 15 character. Why it's 15? Is Abhilash? So is Abhilash 15 characters? Did I do a mistake here? He cannot be 15. Okay, I think I have done something here. This there's a space here. That's the problem. See this? There's a space here. So second space is found at 15 character. Can you see that, guys? So if your name contains spaces, your entire formula will go for a toss. Okay, so it's very important for you to write trim in the right places. If you do not trim your names, then if space is, see in this case, I was surprised. Why was I surprised? Because Abhilash Patel, the space, second space is not there. This is only the first space, but there is a second space here after Patel. That's why you get 15 here, which is actually wrong, isn't it? So the best thing is whenever you take the string, always trim it. This G2, trim it, trim G2. Trim means it removes all the initial and so all names, just trim it and trim this as well. Oh, it shows, what did I do? So wherever you are trying to write any formula, right? Any text operation, it is always a good idea to trim. Otherwise, you trim the entire thing and then you write. Okay, I'm doing some mistake with the, okay, so trim. Okay, now I think it's working. Now, if you do this, you will see that this Abhilash Patel, it's not showing you 15 anymore. It shows you 9, which is correct. Right? Even though you add spaces here and there, it just shows you 9. which is actually the middle space, not some space which is in the beginning or the end. We will handle this. Okay. Right now, forget about it. It is also showing you error. So it can also be handled. Not a problem. So now I have got space. So either I have got the location of first space or location of second space, isn't it, guys? Now, how do you find out the what do you call last name? Now, for finding out last name, you need a formula called right, because last name is always at the right, is equal to right. Right of A. Dheeraj Kumar. How many characters to the right? How long is Kumar?
5 characters.
Kumar is 5 characters. So if you write 5, it will give you Kumar. But the problem is we do not know how many characters long the last name is, isn't it? Because if you know, then it's easy. But if you see, it's T Naik, because Abhijit Patnaik, it only takes you 5 characters. So T Naik. Because last name, the length varies. You cannot write one number. It works for Kumar, but it will not work for other names, right? So you need to know how long is this 5, isn't it? Do you agree? How long is the last name? Isn't
Length
it?
of last character. Yes, sir.
How long is the last name? And how do you find it out? Now you have a function called len. Len gives you the entire string length. See this, len of G2. This is easy. A. Dheeraj Kumar. Now again, use string G2 because any space in between will increase your length. So length of trim G2. Trim means remove all the spaces from the beginning and the end. Length of trim G2. That means total this name is how many characters long. So Abhijit Patnaik is 17 characters long. Abhishek Khetan is 15 characters. So you have the entire length. Is that clear? Now entire length minus the last space will give you only the length remaining. Do you agree? Entire length minus wherever the last space is found. What will give you? It will give you what is the length of the last space.
Name. Last
Yeah?
name, yes, sir.
See this. So this entire length, yeah, and this is the position of the last. So 14 minus this number, it will give you 5 for Dheeraj Kumar. If you drag it, it will give you 8 for Abhijit Patnaik. Why? Because Patnaik is 8 characters long. That's why you get 8. So now you know how many, what is the length of the last name. Now I will write it in one single place. In place of this N2, I will write this entire, terrible formula. What is it? If error. So this length, entire length minus this whole thing, isn't it? This whole thing. So now what did I do? Entire length of the string minus where the space is found after which your last name is there. So if you do that, you will get all the right number of characters for the last name. Maheshwari is 10 characters long. So you get 10 here. I'm deleting this. Okay. I'm also deleting this. These are not required. This is not required. We will handle the other things later on. But now you have, so what is this number? Length of last name, isn't it? 5, 8. How did I arrive at it? I have the length of the entire string using len. Then I subtracted the location of space. So gives me 5. Now using this number of characters, can you extract the last name? Yes, no.
Yes, using right function.
Using right function. Yeah. You can use in a single formula, or you can use in 2 formulas. Always I prefer single formula because it just keeps your sheet neat. How many of you can do it?
So we need to add one more function, right? If error, because on 15th row it is showing value.
I know. I'm not adding too many right now, just to not to confuse people. But once you know if error, that's an assignment that you, how do you handle those names where there is only one name and there's no middle name, there's no last name, isn't it? So those errors are still coming. But let us ignore it for a moment, because if you do everything together, it just makes things a lot of complications. So how many guys can find out the last name from here?
Is equal to right.
Is equal to,
Select the
just
right
right of the
G2,
whole name, and how many
comma,
characters?
copy the paste. Yes, sir.
Either copy the entire formula here, or if you don't want to do that, just write G2O2. It'll give you Kumar. And if you drag it, you will get, okay, there's a Atel here. There is a problem. We'll find out why the problem is there. Oh, okay. What is the problem, guys? There is a problem. Because it is G2, not trim G2. It has Avilash an extra space. See, the moment you have an extra space anywhere, your formula is going for a toss. That's why it's very important. Now see, it is Patel. Do you see that? Because why it's Patel?
Yes,
Because
sir.
after Patel there is one more space, isn't it? So that's showing problems. So always use trim in formula where you have text. Now it shows you all the right answers except those names where there is no last name. There's only one name. So we can handle it. It is possible. Can you guys handle it yourself without my help? I showed
Yes,
you
sir.
how to handle in case of middle name. You can also handle in case of last name. If it's error, then don't show anything, isn't it?
Yes, yes, sir.
So if error is your friend, using if error, you can handle any error. If there is error, then do this. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
initially we can trim the whole cell, right? The G cell.
Yeah.
While
You,
writing.
so you, so sometimes what happens, sometimes when you're writing formula, there could be in an Excel sheet, there could be 20 rows, 30 rows. You won't trim everything and then, right? And you don't want to touch everything. So when you write formula and when you cannot change the data and you don't want to change the data, leave the data unchanged. Using trim is a better option. But if you can trim everything in the beginning itself and then copy paste the trimmed form thing, it's good. But always you may not do it, right? You may not do it. In this case, yes. So first remove all the spaces from this by using trim function, and then you can use the formula without using any trim. So this is how you do it, guys. Now we need to quickly go to something else because there is a lot more to learn in Excel. And for today's class also, I have something else. There are 20 minutes remaining.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, we can do this using the data group also.
Using what?
Data, the above right side of formulas.
Data.
Yes, sir.
And how will you use data in this?
So we just have to select the name column, and then after data, the advanced data, where is it? Yeah, the text to columns, then specify after space.
Oh, you're saying trimming. You're talking about trimming.
Yes, sir. It will show the names, first name, middle name, and last name separately, sir.
Oh, that okay. No, that is a different thing altogether, right? I mean, right now I'm telling you how these functions are used and how you're doing it, right? So
Okay,
data
sir.
will change things forever. That is not the intention. Let's say the intention is just to get the middle name, and you do operate something. How many people have get middle name? So this function and that are different things altogether, right? Because a function is a function. You need to know it because it may not be first name or middle name. It could be something else, right? You might have to extract some string in between from a different string. So you need to know these anyway. Now this is an example of first name, last name. There could be other examples.
Okay, sir, got it.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So we learned left, we learned right, we learned substitute, isn't it? There are a couple of other things that I'll give you in assignment. For example, mid. Mid gives you, mid is used to extract a string from a middle of a string, right? So using mid also, you can find out the middle name, but right now I did not do it. But that could be an assignment to you so that you practice mid as well, because it is impossible to cover all the formula in the class. It's very difficult and we will not have time for anything. And we do not have sufficient classes. So we will do something else. So if you're doing this, stop what you're doing and go to the next worksheet, which is card statement. Okay. We will use what you have learned here and some new formula. Okay. So here is a credit card statement, guys. Are you all on the statement worksheet?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is
Yes,
a
sir.
sample.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is a sample credit card statement with the summary of the entire transaction for the statement. So reward points and payment due date and this and that and all that, right? And you have a list of transactions. So date, description of the transaction, the amount, and country, which country the transaction happened. Okay, so it's a credit card transaction. Now you see that all these red colors are either refunds or payments, right? In a credit card, when you make a refund, when you get a refund from any transaction, from any shopping, or you make a payment to the credit card, it is negative number, isn't it? So all the refunds are in red color. Whether or not they're in red color, they are negative numbers. So all negative numbers are basically refunds. Now you have to find out total spending. You have to write a formula to find out the total spending instead of the refunds. How will you find out? How you find out from this? Writing a formula, all the positive numbers, not a negative number, because all negative numbers are actually refunds. Anybody who has an idea? How much you spent on the card? So one way is to sort it, isn't it, guys? Yeah. So I can choose the entire card statement or transaction statement. I can choose everything. I did not show you how to sort and filter because that's something I somehow missed, and I thought maybe it's too easy. So choose entire thing, including the header. Right? Then you can go to sort and filter. Go to custom sort. I always like to go to custom sort because, and you say my data has headers. Why? Because you have selected headers as well. So my data has headers that we chosen so that date description are not sorted. Then sort by what? It will show you the header descriptions. So if you include everything in your sorting list or selection and you say my data has headers, then it will show you which header you want to sort by. So you want to sort by amount, let's say smallest to largest. If you hit OK, then it will of course put all the negative numbers together, isn't it, guys?
Yes, sir.
Then you can find out what is your spending by just selecting all the positive numbers, right? And see the amount at the bottom, which is 1,24,000. Now that is how you do sorting, but that is not the way you find out, isn't it? Because you cannot always sort. If I add 3 more records, would you sort again? You will not sort again. And sorting is not the option because sorting is only for manually seeing. But how do you extract that value by writing a formula? Because if you can't extract the value, you can use it somewhere else. If you manually look and write. So sorting is an option where you're only looking at data. But if you have to extract information from data, sorting will not work. So I'm just doing a Control Z here. So unsorted. So unsorted data, but what is the total spending? To find it out, you have to use a formula called sum if. That means add the numbers if a condition is true. It's called sum if. Okay. So when you write sum if, it adds when a certain thing is true. Okay. Now it says range, criteria, and sum range. Now here, pay attention. Range means, now sum if is sum only when something is true. Okay. Now range means where you want to check for the criteria. Where? Which range you want to check for criteria? Which range? The entire range is this. Because criteria is already there. What is your criteria? These numbers should be more than 0, isn't it, guys? So the criteria is the amount to be spent. What is the criteria? The amount to be spent has to be more than 0. The amount which is shown is more than 0. And where is that amount mentioned? In this range, isn't it? So the first argument is, where do you want to check for the criteria? A criteria range is the same range where my amounts are mentioned. Right? Okay, I clicked somewhere else, so it just went away. Sum if, and then the range is the same range, which is the amount range. This is my range, C18 to C60. Then the next one is criteria. See? Oh, I'm doing something or other. Okay, the next is what is the criteria? Now the thing is, any criteria to write has to be within double quotes, even numbers. It has to be within. So this is a peculiar Excel behavior. The criteria has to be a string. It cannot be a number. It has to be a string. So what is my criteria? It has to be more than 0. That means the numbers have to be greater than 0. That's my criteria. What is my range? This is my range. In this range, for each cell, Excel will check for the criteria which numbers are more than 0. And then the last one is sum range. Sum range means, what do you want to add? Which range do you want to add? Again, the same range, which is C18 to C60. So I can just copy it and paste it. So the criteria range and the summation range are same in this case. So you close it. What did I do? Sum if. In this entire C18 to C60 range, look for those values which are more than 0, and then add the numbers in the range. That is what you are telling Excel. Okay. If you hit enter, it gives you same number that you got by adding all the positive numbers. So Excel is only going to add all positive numbers. It will leave all negative numbers. So this is your total spending on the card, all positive numbers. Now, can you find out total refunds and payments? Exactly the opposite. Guys, do it yourself. Find out total spending. So all negative numbers you have to add by writing what formula?
So we will change the criteria.
Yes, of course. The range will remain constant. The criteria will change.
It will be less than 0.
Yeah, it will be less than 0. Everything else is going to be same. So you get the total payments and refunds. Now, if I add, rows in between, I add more values, it will still work. Only you have to change the range. If you're adding more rows, Excel automatically updates the range anyway. So now if you insert a row here, Excel will automatically update the range, isn't it? Do you know that? If you insert more rows, the formula will change automatically. Excel will update the range to the newer range. That's what Excel does for you. So you can insert more rows and still the formula will be same. Done, guys? Done. Okay, now guys, can you guys go and put your attendance? I have opened it up. There are 67 of you. So I want 67 euros, not more than that. And if you're done, just raise your hand. Let's see if you could do it. So what will I do? I'll write is equal to sum if. So sum if what? This entire range, C18 to C60. I'll just keep it, copy it, I'll copy it and keep it because I need it. And the criteria is going to be less than 0. And paste the same thing again. Right? If I close it, you'll get 79,790. Are you all getting it? People who raise their hands? Exactly the
Yes.
same formula. In fact, you can just copy the formula and paste it here without writing it once again, and only change the criteria to less than 0. Just to check, if you add these two numbers, it gives you 44,000, isn't it? And if you select all these transactions and take the sum, you'll also get 44,000. That means it's working. It's working. So all the positive numbers, all negative numbers added separately gives me the same number, which I get by adding everything together. Now, this one, transaction in India, who can do it? So you have a range in a different cell. What is the criteria here?
Sir, can we use the counting function here for India?
No, counting
Sum
will
is
not
the
work
same.
because you want transactions, not number of transactions. I want total amount. So let me tell you, amount, not total number, amount of transactions or total amount or whatever, right? So I want the figure, how much money you spent in India. You will use sum if, but something will change. Your criteria will change to what?
T20 to T60.
Yeah, because criteria is not amount anymore. In the first case, the criteria was amount. In the second case, this question, amount transaction in India, the criteria is not amount anymore. The criteria itself is purchased in, where you purchased. And the criteria is India, isn't it, guys? So the criteria is changing. So the first two arguments will change, but the third one, which is amount, will remain constant. So can you do it? If you do it, you can also do the next one, which is in US, in England, easy. And the last question is the most tricky. Purchases from AliExpress that are more than 2,000 rupees. So can I close the
There is
attendance link,
some-
guys? Guys, can I close the attendance link? It looks like I can.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you will use the same sum if, but the criteria range, that means the range where you are checking for a criteria. And here the criteria is India. It is not amount is positive or negative. The criteria is India. So the criteria range is going to be that range which contains the country.
D18 to D60.
Yeah, very good. So amount of, so once you do this, the other two are very easy. Just maybe drag it and change it. So I will write what is equal to sum if. Then what? What is my range? D. Is it D or something else?
D18 to D60.
Yeah, D18 to D whatever.
60.
D60. I'll put F4 here so that I have dollars because I'll drag it and it should not change. I'll drag it to US and England. So I'm putting dollar. But anyway, in this case, dollar is okay because I'm not changing I'm not adding any new information to my transactions. And what is the criteria within double quotes? India. Just India. You don't have to write equal to here. Equal to India will give you all the same thing. Just India is also good enough. You can write equal to India within double quotes or just India, it'll work. And what is the summation range? Because I'm looking for amount. So sum range.
C18 to is C60. C18 to C60.
Right. And I'll put dollar here so that I can happily drag it. And if I close it, it'll give me all India spending. If you want to check, you can check. You can sort by India and check it's working or not. It will work. Right. So that's my total transaction. I mean, it is not giving me all positive transactions. It's giving me positive and negative transactions, isn't it? It is not giving me only positive transactions. It is giving me positive and negative both. So if I refunded something, then this will also show after subtracting the refund. So it is not exactly what I want, but right now it's fine. See, I have made these payments in India, but these payments are also considered here because I'm not using the other criteria, which is more than 0, isn't it? So I can now drag it, can I? And just change India to whatever. India to England. No, this is US. Oh, US, there is nothing. Why? USA. Oh, the criteria is USA. Okay, so I have already 399. Then next one is going to be England. Okay. And if you add these three, you will get 44,000 something. 39,000. Oh, because these two have no country. See this EMI and goods and services, they have no country, so that is not appearing here. Otherwise, all the amounts are appearing. So you got 39,000 something. Right, guys? But what is a little tricky is the last one, isn't it? So if you want to find out what you purchased from AliExpress, which are worth more than 2,000 rupees, how will you find out? Any ideas?
Sum if S, sir. By using sum if
Okay,
S,
so you know, but then how do you find out AliExpress?
So as I can see in B column, there is one thing that is www.aliexpress.com London GB. So we can fix that value.
So how do you fix that value? You cannot search because there are different AliExpress texts. Not everything is AliExpress London GB, is it? There are something where it's not London GB. So there are, okay, so let's just, I'll manually change it. Let's say there's some where it's just aliexpress.com. There's already, I think there are some places where, let's say just AliExpress. Oh, there are actually some places where it's not. So what I'll do is you can make a separate column called AliExpress, right? And find out if error. Yeah. What is if error? What do I find out? Because so here there is another new formula. So before if error, let's just say search. Now search finds a string, not a character, within one more string. So search what text? Ali. Yeah, or AliExpress. Within what text? This text. But this text will be lower cap, this could be capital or lower. So what I'll do, I'll convert all the text to lower character. So I'll say lower. So everything is now lower character, right? Starting number I'll ignore and see it. So you find 1 here, isn't it? Now if I drag it, you will have errors and you have numbers. So all AliExpress, transactions will have numbers because AliExpress is found in those strings. What did I use? I use a string called search. Now search finds one string within another string, which is better than find. Okay. So I'm using search here. Now if there's an error, so I'm not using if error right now. Okay. I'll just write if. Oh, okay. I can use if I'll use something else here, is error, because if there's any error here, where in the find, then say blank, else I'll say AliExpress. How it is different? It will show you either AliExpress or blank. See this. Did you see that? What did I do? Instead of if error, I say is error. Is error will give you either true or false. Is error will give you true or false. So if there's any error in the formula search, I'll check if is error, not if error, is error. That means if there's any error, it will only give you true or false. Okay. The advantage of that is that if it is true, then blank string. If it is false, AliExpress. Right? So I'll not see any numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll see either blank or AliExpress. That is the advantage of is error, not if error. If error will give you an alternate value or the 1, 2, 3, 4 wherever the string is found. So I have mentioned is error. That means it will only give you true or false. So if there is error, true, no error, false. So the moment you have true or false, you can have an if statement. So if this whole thing is true, then give me a blank string. That means there is an error. AliExpress is not found. Otherwise, AliExpress. If you do that, you will get AliExpress and blank string. Now you can use something called sum if s. That means if there are multiple criteria, if there is only one criteria, you use sum if. If there are multiple criteria, you use sum ifs, which is plural of sum if. In this case, there are multiple criteria. What are the two criteria? One criteria is amount has to be more than 2,000. The other criteria is it has to be from AliExpress. So there are two criteria. Isn't it, guys? And I'm running short of time. It's already 11 o'clock. So what we can do is we can take this in the next class, but you can in the meantime read sum if s and use that in this particular exercise. Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Basically, sum if s
Yes,
gives
sir.
you criteria range 1, criteria 1, range 2, criteria 2, range 3, criteria 3. So you can have multiple ranges and multiple criteria and finally add it. So in this case, there are two criteria. There are two criteria. One is the amount, the other one is the shopping location. I mean, shopping company where you shop from. Okay. So try it out. Write this formula. I'm going to share. Do you want me to share this file with you? All the formula that I've written.
Yes, sir.
I have written so much.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine, guys. So we are again meeting this week, isn't it? Yeah. So that will be
Yes,
your
sir.
last.
Thursday.
That will be your last Excel class. Sorry. Did you say something? Okay. So that's your last Excel class. After that, we'll start with operation management, LPP. Okay. Chalo guys, in that case, I'll see you. Okay, in the next class.
Thank you, sir.
Practice it,
Thank you, sir.
because Excel needs a lot of practice. Otherwise, you'll not be able to write it. Yeah, in the quiz or in the examination. Okay. Chalo, take care. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye.